Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Last week, we witnessed one of the worst games you'll ever see a quarterback have in a winning effort. The picks were coming one after the other, but still this fella managed to walk away with the victory. Who knows what we'll see from him in this game? It's the Broncos going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on third down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And an alley to run. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Over the mid.
Diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brandon Marshall in there to get him for a loss of 5. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And down he'll go at the 25. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He may try and run for this. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So it'll be first down here after the run. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll set.
They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some block.
And he lost the football, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Their mobile quarterback, a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Browns are able to catch cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead,
the Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick hitter complete. It's Griffin. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this one will wind up with them losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Red zone opportunity. First down carry now for Crowell. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, his second touchdown. And the Browns getting set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an
hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Come on, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there to Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game.
Let's go.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's 4th down. Time for a break. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run.
To respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And an alley to run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you were on it, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Cleveland, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Denver, It was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.